Man. This one's hit, y'all. This for all the marbles. That's right. Instead of making a new video, I decided to give y'all a little movie. Bitch, I'd rather die! The journey of the Greek gods being so easy to rage bait throughout all of Greek mythology in chronological order. And I know what you're probably gonna say. That kind of sounds like a compliment. You got me. Gotcha. So, you know, grab some popcorn, grab some drinks, grab your lotion, cause we finna be gooning to Aphrodite, man. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, get me to 30K subs, and mama, we made it. Rage bait. A beautiful word made, which means angering somebody to a point past no return over the smallest, dumbest little thing. And it completely working! With the beat down on the drum. Why did you pick Nick, Zib? You never used guns before, bro.
Please shut up.
You say Brawlhalla still sucks.
Like, that's my dog.
That's my dog. You waste your dog.
Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. Let me
I love rage bait. Do I love receiving? No. Pause.
Back up, gang.
Do I love giving? Yes. No pause. But you know who took rage bait the most in the world? The Greek gods. Back in Greek mythology, it didn't matter what you did. You could say the weather was a little bit off today and Zeus will put you and your best friend's family on a t-shirt. In this video, I'm gonna tell y'all how the Greek gods were the most rage baitable people of all time. Bitch, I'd rather die!
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Now, the first person we're gonna be covering is Athena. Now, you know, she's the goddess of wisdom. You know, you would think she's a well-mannered person. You would be wrong. Now, there was this girl named Arachne. Now, the thing about Arachne was she liked to knit. She was a knitter.
Oh, ho, brother, ho, whoa, whoa.
It's a knitter!
Expose him.
No, I'm not a knitter.
What are we doing this for, brother?
Ancient Greece was low-key a diabolical place to be in. Regardless of all that, she made a joking claim to her loved ones in France, talking about some, hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I think I could knit better than Athena herself could. Now, instead of planning for a war or trying to figure out how to get humans to evolve, Athena heard this, came down, said, I bet let's do something, make something shake. Arachne was trying to tell Athena, you know, I was joking, right? She wasn't going for that. Athena was not going for that at all. So they both knit and weave their little things, man, and you know, funnily enough, Arachne did it better. I'm sorry. It's gonna hurt because we did it first, all right? Grease on top. Now, Athena was looking at that. You know, she was kind of angry because everybody was watching. She was like, man, this mortal human girl low-key did better than me. So she John Jones punched her in her face, gang. Now, while she was on the ground about to die, Athena turned her into a spider and she said, all right, if you want to knit, you can knit and weave all you want, along with all of your family members, man, and turn them into spiders too. She had no reason to do that, like at all. Rage baiting her was as easy as pie. But funnily enough, this is a two-part story, because a little bit after this, there was this woman called Medusa. Where I'm going with this. Medusa, you know, she was a follower of Athena. She loved her, man, like she was her mother or something, gang. Poseidon came out of nowhere talking about some, hey, you trying to let me crack? Medusa, she wasn't going for that. So she was like, no, I'm not gonna crack you. I don't care that you're a god. Hey, y'all, everybody, this woman just said I couldn't crack. Wow. You had the audacity to deny me of clapping buns. Me. I'm sorry, young girl, but it'll look like you had a choice, man.
I just gave you opportunity of a lifetime, brother.
And just like that, he sexually assaulted her. I'm sorry to say, man. Nah, Poseidon was on one. He was crazy. So after getting sexually assaulted in Athena's temple, and Athena saw all of this happen, by the way, who am I gonna be mad at? Medusa? Or my brother for doing this? Medusa, what's up with you, man? What's up with you? She banished Medusa from her temple, transformed her head into a snake Gorgon. But get this, she wasn't even really mad for real that her brother sexually assaulted this innocent woman. She was mad that she did it in her temple. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Athena, there was something wrong with you, man. Like, there was dead serious something wrong with you, gang. But anyways, let's get on to the next one. Come on. So we got Zeus, okay? The big man, all right? You would think being the king of the gods, you know, he would be a little bit more palpable, you know, have a little sense in his head. Now there was this one like little banquet going on, you know, a little get together. We was finna have some food, some good eats, man. There was this guy named King Lycon, alright? He was getting everything ready for this whole feast. He had Zeus over. So with Zeus and all the royal people, you know, it was live. We was finna have some good food. And you know, for a little prank, little joke, he decided, let me serve this guy Zeus some human flesh instead of normal food. You're not gonna get mad at that, right?
How do we tell him, Mr. Squidward?
Craziest part is Zeus didn't even realize he was eating human flesh until this stupid idiot King Lycon was talking about something. We got you, man. You're not eating normal food. That's not steak. That's not pork rinds. That's a human. Gotcha. This dude Zeus finished his food, drank some drink, you know, he was like, appreciate y'all. As soon as he left, he flooded the entire kingdom. Entire village was gone. Killed all the women and children over food. This is another two-part story because a few days after this, there was this other king named Salmoneus, you know, he had some wind chimes. You know that thunderboard where you can go woof, 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 and it makes some thunder noises? He was having some fun with his family, talking about some, guys, look, bro, look, I'm Zeus. You poor fool, man. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, Dionysus, Athena, Aphrodite? Keeping it smooth, I see.
Yo, bro, there's somebody down there trying to be you.
What? So wait, let me get this straight. He's using my lightning, my thunder, what I do for them, and pretending that he's me in front of his children? Oh no, this can't stand. Where he at? Right there? Right. Hold on. Show you this. Okay. Yep. Let me get the kids too. Might as well get the wife. Is that his auntie? No reason at all. Love of the game. I genuinely think Zeus did that for the love of the game. But anyways, let's get on to the next one. Now the thing about Aphrodite, bro, she cares only about looks. Looks are the genuine only thing she cares about in the entire world. If you don't look good or you don't say she looks good, you're cooked, buddy. Now let me tell y'all about the 3 major times Aphrodite got rage baited. There was this one prince, you know, he was chilling. We're gonna call him Hippolytus, alright? Now Prince Hippolytus, he saw this one god named Artemis, okay? The god of the wild, you know, she was chilling. He thought, dang, she bad. She probably even better than Aphrodite, I ain't gonna lie. Aphrodite heard that, said, oh word, cursed his stepmother into falling in love with him. What the?
Then I'm like, this motherfucker don't miss.
And as y'all know, Greek mythology goes, 5 different things happened and then he died. Killed this guy because he had a different preference, by the way. Second guy, you know, Aphrodite, you know, she let bro crack. I ain't gonna lie. W man.
Ain't no way she's gonna take my job. You made that mess. You did, king. I made that mess. Yes, king.
We're gonna call him Anthony. You know, we was all in the stands clapping it up for bro after he got to crack some buns. Some godly buns, if you will. Now, in the same manner as y'all cheaters that hate when a girl records y'all when you in her bed, because you know you got 8 different girlfriends on the line that might see that. But the mistake that he made, he decided to tell his homeboys about it. The one thing you should never do after you hit up some cheeks. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It was crazy, both Eddies. Like, I was going crazy. When I tell y'all, man, wow. It was beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, I think while mid-strokes, bro, there was like flowers like happening around and everything. So you can imagine his homeboys started telling everybody else about this, to which Aphrodite heard about it. So then she asked Zeus, hey, low-key, can you slime this guy? I'm not trying to have him start talking about something. I'll let him crack. And Zeus was like, oh, say less. I hope he has a family. And the third, final time that Aphrodite did something for no reason. You know, there was an Olympus chilling, everybody, all the guys, they was having some fun, coinciding together, like, you know, jolly G, jolly ja. Now, Ares had this golden apple, and she said, this is for the fairest women of them all. Hera, Athena, Aphrodite, Artemis, they all took the bait. So Zeus was like, you know what, bro, let me change this up, y'all, okay? Don't worry, I can fix this. Hey, Paris! He got a random mortal Paris, okay? Told him, pick one of these 3 women. I picked Clark, I ain't gonna lie. Aphrodite, that's mine. She the baddest. Now, Aphrodite, she was all happy and stuff, but then she realized she was being compared to Athena and Hera and Artemis. Then she got mad. Then she started the Trojan War. What was we doing? What was we doing? Let me know. There was no point for you to do that at all. Let's get on to the next one. Homer's Iliad, the Odyssey, man. Known for my homeboy Odysseus, the world-renowned dog of Greek mythology. Nobody was ever doing it like he was. Odysseus was really moving like King Von in Greek mythology, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this guy was human, mind you. But he can't hold me. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about why I would survive in the Odyssey. Let's get this started.
Do something! Do something, Rap!
So when Odysseus and his men, you know, they came up to this island on some calm stuff, he was like, all right, guys, we finally made it. After Troy, our first island. To make things even better, there was a cave full of cheese, food, wine, all that stuff, man. This is cookies. To which they looked behind them, and a 10-foot giant was right behind them that blocked the cave. You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes.
3 minutes of playtime.
He realized that there was humans in his cave and ate most of Odysseus' men. So yeah, nah, he was cooked. So Odysseus had to do this whole planning thing to make sure that the Cyclops wouldn't be able to catch him and then blind him. Now let me tell y'all what a real dog like myself would have done in that situation. Hit and run. Now I know what y'all saying. Well, he's gonna do a hit and run. No, bro, just take the food and leave quickly, gang. What is we doing? Why are y'all trying to? There is a cave with a giant boulder and a bunch of food in there. Why are my men deciding to live in this cave? What do you think is in that cave, gang? Let me know. We gonna do a hit and run, but don't worry, if that giant comes, I know exactly what to do. So peep game and lock in on some David and Goliath stuff, bro. I'm gonna have my lucky slingshot with a rock in it, bro. Us. Boom him right in the eye, bro. That's like that. He's blinded. Then me and my man finna leave scot-free. And the top #1 dumbest thing Odysseus has ever done, he told this guy, "Now my name's Odysseus, gang. Ask about me." Why would you make that shot? Because then the Cyclops told the god Poseidon himself, "Dad, Odysseus blinded me." And then Poseidon was like, "Oh, say less." Then he cursed Odysseus' journey with his men for the entire time. But anyways, let's get on to the next one. The sirens. Now, if you don't know what sirens are, they lead you in trying to look all good and stuff, all beautiful and stuff, leading you with their beautiful music and sounding voices, right? And everybody else on that ship was probably easy and going because they were immediately going for that game. The sirens are literally known for singing sailors into their deaths, and these guys immediately brain switched. Let's go, guys. Odysseus literally had to plug his men's ears with wax and tie them up so they wouldn't go for it, bro. Now you see, listen, here's the problem, okay? I see the monsters. I see my men. I don't have any wax. Let me tap y'all into the best plan, the best solution here. I ain't gonna lie, problem solution. I'm taking out my switch and I'm switching down the sirens, dude. They gotta go. I'm not gonna cap to you. If I just eliminate the sirens, then my men won't go for the sirens. That's a perfect idea. That's cinema. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I ain't gonna lie, if one of them sirens look like Dior Goodjohn, I'm sorry, dude, but my entire ship gotta go, gang. I'm pointing my switch at every single other person on my crew, taking them out, and I'm going straight for the siren, man. I don't even care if they change. You look like Dior Goodjohn. That's cookies, man. Sorry, guys. I'm switching up my day ones. What's that? Y'all got kids? Even better. But anyways, let's get on to the next one.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Now, after sailing past them stupid sirens, right, Odysseus and the gang, they meet this woman called Circe the Witch. Now, as soon as they got that island, you know, she was chill. She was cool as a mint, man.
Who's gonna tell him?
She welcomed them with like food and drink. They was having a good old scale party, man. Little did they know that she snuck poison into the food, bro. That's right, she spiked the drinks. That's why you're not supposed to believe these girls when they be spiking drinks at the function, man. Don't take what they give you. So after eating, the men all got turned into pigs. Great job, guys. So yeah, Odysseus was fried. Until, wait, my glorious goat Hermes came out of nowhere while Odysseus was retreating. Gave this dude a magical scarf so he couldn't get turned into a pig. Then he ran it with Circe. Gave it a 1-2, John Jones 8-4-6. Put her in a full Nelson and said, "Free my men." Now you see, this is what I would have done, okay? We see a woman on an island saying, "Hey, come here, y'all. I got you all food and drinks." Gang, we just got food from that Cyclops not too long ago, man. Let's just keep going, y'all. That could have been so easily avoided. Obviously, she was a witch, bro. Do you know how evil women were in the Greek times? All they really brought was doom, despair, pain, and agony. Ask about Aphrodite, twin. But regardless, let's get on to the next one.
Do something! Do something, Grape!
Scylla and Charybdis, okay? So when you're going towards Greek seas, all right, you'll see Scylla on the left side and Charybdis on the right side. Now, Scylla on the left side, if you sail a little bit too close to her, she's gonna kill y'all with your snapping jaws. If you sail a little bit to the right, Charybdis finna take the entire ship with you. Now, what Odysseus did, he low-key and L-mans, all right? He decided, you know what, bro, I can lose some of my men. Sailed to the left, lost some of his men, brushed it off. What's up with you, bro? Someone like me, I die for my dogs. Mario Kart, all right? We sailing all the way down the middle. Boom, boom. Just like that. Like I'm Hail Marying, swerving like I'm on a motorcycle, but it's a ship. I'm going crazy. Don't worry, man. We finna live. We finna see our wives. And we gooning as soon as we get home. Ain't they gooning in Greek mythology? Anyways, let's get on to the next one. Calypso's Island. Now listen, I'm a strong man. I'm a strong-willed man, okay? Like, I'm not one of y'all gooners that's gonna immediately fall for Calypso, alright? Listen, if she looks anything like Dior Goodjohn, again, and it's not even close, I'm slamming out the wife? What you mean wife? Was we even really locked in for real? Now listen, if she doesn't look like Dior Goodjohn, then don't worry, okay? I'm giving her the John Jones special, alright? Now Odysseus, he stayed on that island for years. Me, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be there for a good minute, bro. I gotta get home. I got grape fanta in the fridge at home. Ithaca's calling my name. So Calypso, no. I am a man that does not give in to temptation. So let's get on to the next one.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
The suitors. Now when Odysseus got home, he saw that there was 8 men going for his wife, okay? They had like a 20v1 pop the balloon going on. And they ate all his food and drank all his wine. Now, whew, man, y'all don't know what I would have done. Forget seeing my son for the first time. Forget greeting my wife. Y'all was talking to my girl, drinking my wine, eating my food. Y'all better hope there's still grape fanta in the fridge, because if y'all stole my grape fanta, I ain't gonna lie.
Back up, gang.
Half of Ithaca gotta go. Immediately. Even the people that didn't do anything, half of Ithaca gotta go. I'm murdering them dudes and their whole families. I don't care if little Sally didn't do anything and she's sleeping in her bed. She can catch this pipe bomb. Bro, let's get on to the next one.
The entire world seems to be asking the same question. Where is Spider-Man?
I'm here, everybody. Don't worry. No need to fear, okay?
This nigga is trash.
Now listen, I was told that y'all wanted a part 2 to my video. Y'all gave a crazy amount of support to it. I ain't gonna lie. W Glaze. Get my balls. Get them. Get my balls. Regardless of all that, for all you new people tuning in, you know, my name Billa, okay, aka the Golden Boy, aka the nonchalant dreadhead. I know you can see my stuff shaking, man. Man, look at that. Look at that shakeage. In the last video, we covered the gods Athena, Aphrodite, and Zeus. And today, we're gonna cover more of these Olympian crybabies. I had to make sure I wouldn't get smited, I'm not gonna lie. Smited, smote, I don't know what it is. So without further ado, hey, let's get into the video, man. Let's make some shake. Remember the license?
Do something, Grab!
Now, before we get into it, guys, let me tell y'all about a man called Sisyphus. Now, I know you've seen the memes of a man pushing a stone up a hill multiple times, bro.
Oh my God!
Expose him! Expose him!
Yup, that was my glorious goat Sisyphus. He was known for tricking the gods, bro. He was known for not getting put on a t-shirt. But let me tap y'all into how Sisyphus was really moving back in his prime. So this dude Zeus was trying to cheat on his wife Hera. You know, of course. He was cheating on Hera with the river god's daughter. Sisyphus found out about this and stitched to the river god as well as the Greek gods themselves about this. Zeus was so mad, he was like, I bet, let's do it then. And sent Death to go kill this dude Sisyphus. Now, I don't know what he was smoking back in the Greek times, but this dude Sisyphus had some type of dog in him. Because he was running hands with Death, bro. Put him in a full Nelson, chained him up, and made it so nobody could die ever. He even escaped the underworld by gaslighting Hades. This dude Sisyphus was in no types of evil, bro. He was just a maniacal manipulator that had hands and could rage bait. He was running circles around all these gods to prove no point, by the way. He was doing it for the love of the game. The gods were like, now we gotta do something about him. Brought him back to the underworld, and they made him push a rock up a hill for the rest of eternity. He's doing it right now.
Sorry, I'm not trying to hit it! Something like that!
But anyways, let's get on to the next one. Now Hera, Zeus's wife, queen of the gods, the goddess of marriage. Now you would think Hera being the goddess of marriage, you know, the queen of the gods, she would have a stable relationship with her husband. But no, not at all. Zeus very openly cheats on her and cracks everything with a pulse. And is surprisingly very open about it. Oh, what's going on, my wife? Honey, are you gonna stay for dinner tonight? No, I'm not actually gonna be here for dinner today because I'm finna go crack at least 8 mortal girls. 5 of them are minors, 3 of them I have husbands, and 2 of them are mothers. I know I just added those extra 2 on because I'm going crazy tonight. I ain't gonna lie, I'm Zeus. What you gonna do about it? Now, this isn't really a story about Zeus, okay? He had his own video in the first one. But this was a problem because of his actions. There was this 18-year-old girl named Alcmene. Zeus was walking down the street, saw her, and was like, hold on, she kind of bad. Now, Zeus wanted to lay down some godly game, talk about some, yeah, you know me, king of the gods, I be cracking anything with a pulse, man. But quickly realized she had a husband. So what he did was he transformed into her husband, cracked buns, and then left to his loving wife. Mind you, you. She basically got violated. So she birthed a boy that we will call Hercules. The reason I say Hercules, I know his name is really Heracles, but Hercules sounds cooler. Roman life forever. Now, upon his birth, when he was a baby, immediately when Hera found out about this, she sent snakes after bro. She was spawn camping. Good 20 years down the line, you know, Hercules, he finds the love of his life, okay? Has a wife and kids, lives that normal life. He was really living lavish too, like his father was Zeus. He was a grip demigod, had this baddie of a wife, had a daughter, man. Hera was looking at this and was like, I ain't gonna lie, you doing too good in life, little man. Bippity boppity boo, you finna kill your wife too. And just like that, put a curse on him that made him crazy, so he killed his wife and kids. Now, Hera made him atone for doing this, even though that Hera did this to him, and made him complete 12 labors that had him almost killing himself every single day. Hera was getting rage baited by a man being born. Like, your husband was right there. You could have given him a slap or something. You had to curse this kid. Now, this is actually a two-part story, because after this, Zeus impregnated this one woman named Leto, who was pregnant with twins, Apollo and Artemis. Hera was so mad, she banned Leto from giving birth anywhere the sun shines, and sent a python to chase her across the earth. There was something wrong with Hera, I'm not gonna lie. But low-key was also just Zeus's fault the entire time, so hey. Now, if I'm being completely honest, the way that Hera gets rage baited on the daily, man, this video would be 45 minutes long. Like, she was dead vaporizing women for sleeping with her husband, but they didn't even know that was her husband, because Zeus would transform into their spouse.
I just gave you opportunity of a lifetime, brother.
He was moving like a Party Next Door and Drake album, bro, just cracking anything that moved. He was moving like you since you're cheating on your girl. But anyways, let's get on to the next one.
No. Wait.
So when Odysseus and his men, you know, they came up to this island on some calm stuff, he was like, all right, guys, we finally made it. After Troy, our first island. To make things even better, there was a cave full of cheese, food, wine, all that stuff, man. This is cookies. To which they looked behind them, and a 10-foot giant was right behind them that blocked the cave. You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes.
3 minutes of eat time.
He realized that there was humans in his cave and ate most of Odysseus' men. So yeah, nah, he was cooked. So Odysseus had to do this whole planning thing to make sure that the Cyclops wouldn't be able to catch him and then blind him. So after Polyphemus snitched, told his dad at Poseidon, oh my god, this guy Odysseus blinded me, man. Get back for me, man. Poseidon was like, oh, word? Pulled up on Odysseus and his crew, drowned his ship. He just put pain, agony, doom, and despair on Odysseus for 10 years. Now, why he was still angry after year 6, I don't know. Odysseus literally told this dude on year 10.
Aren't you tired, Poseidon? It's been 10 years. How long will this go?
Every single time Odysseus thought he was gonna make it home, Poseidon just whisked his ship away. Mind you, the whole reason that he's angry is that his son tried to kill Odysseus. Odysseus fought back, and now he's mad at Odysseus for fighting back. Like, what is we doing, Poseidon? You supposed to be a dog, bro. But there's actually a second part to this. Little time skip after Odysseus made it home. We not caring about that no more. This story revolves around Athens. It was the divine contest for them to choose a patron god. It was between Athena, you know, Athens, Athena, or Poseidon. You know, Poseidon, you know, he mustered up his godly money, offered them a saltwater spring. Something nice, something calm. And Athena offered an olive tree. Get a load of this guy. So the citizens were thinking, do we want a saltwater spring or an olive? Yeah, we're taking the olive tree. Poseidon, we not rocking with you, gang. Move on somewhere. Go skip some rocks in your pond. Poseidon said, oh, word, and flooded the entire city. He had no reason to do that. This is like running in track and field, losing a race, then blowing up the whole school. What are we doing? Now, there was a third part to this story. Poseidon and Apollo were getting up to some type of antics, and then Zeus, the king of the gods, told him, I ain't gonna lie, little bro. I ain't gonna lie, son. Y'all gonna have to go fix up the Troy wall. They had to rebuild the walls of Troy for King Laomedon as punishment from Zeus. When the job was done, this dude Laomedon was like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not paying y'all. I'm not paying y'all a single cent.
You're a donut. You're so stupid.
Low-key, bro, I don't know why you said that to two gods. They could have just blipped you out of here. I'll give y'all 3 choices. Do you think Poseidon A, left, B, killed him, or C, flooded the whole city? Hey, you got it, C, he flooded the entire city. But low-key, if I was doing some work and didn't get paid for it, I probably would have done the same thing, Poseidon. So we're gonna give you a little bit of a pass on this one.
Oh, I need a break. Oh!
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Ares is what we would call a fake demon. Now, a fake demon is somebody at your school or workplace or anywhere actually that try to act like they're tough or hood, like they really got it like that, but they're really just a soft from Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood great little boy. Calm down, Timmy. Now, the way Ares gets embarrassed, Loki actually has to be studied. Now, these two giant twins, Otis and Ephialtes, they were talking to each other, talking about some, I ain't gonna lie, man, maybe we should just storm Olympus. I think we could take them for real. They're not even that strong. Ares overheard this, got super mad, charged them immediately, said, I want all the smoke. Let's do something. They whooped him and put him in a jar for 13 years.
This nigga is trash.
You're telling telling me you're the god of fighting and they put you next to the peanut butter and Nutella jars? Are we serious? How can you still say that you're the god of hands next to the syrup bottle, bro? This actually has to be studied, Aries. You might be sorry. If that's not rage bait, I don't know what is. Dude, he was rage baiting me when I was reading it. As y'all already know, there's two parts to this story. A few years before that, we already know that Aphrodite and Ares, you know, they've been a thing, okay? He been telling every single god, nah, this my girl. Maybe not Hephaestus, but you know what I mean. Ah, what's up, Hephaestus? Zeus, Poseidon, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie, Aphrodite, that's my girl. So Hephaestus, I'm gonna need actually to back off. Unless you want some godly hands, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. hey, good one there, buddy. I ain't gonna lie though. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go crack your wife. Basically, Hephaestus and Ares' entire relationship. So this dude Hephaestus was so angry that Ares was cracking his wife, he decided to put an invisible net on his bed. So when Aphrodite and Ares went to go do the deed, it immediately caught them for all the 12 gods of Olympus to see and laugh. This dude Ares got put in a public humiliation trial and couldn't do a single thing about it. Just a bunch of pain and agony for this dude Ares, man. He low-key be getting it from every side. God of war just to be put in a situation like this, man. You are sorry. Let's get on to the next one. What does it truly mean to crash out? Ladies and gentlemen, now a crash out is a human being that has no regard for their lives or anybody around them. They will usually tweak out over any minor convenience, whether it includes biting their nails, punching themselves, getting ready to take off their clothes for a fight.
Expose him! This nigga is trash!
Crash outs are on the go at any time. Now, in my last series, I talked about all the major gods and how they gave into rage bait. So I decided to switch it up, and in this video, we're going to be talking about all the Greek heroes and demigods that were on the go all the time. Just straight tweaking. They was on fire, ready to box somebody, man. Word to bro.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, bro.
Now, Achilles was the one man that had the I'll never duck a fade mindset. He was always on go. I don't think I've ever seen him in Greek mythology duck a fade. Why do you think they wanted him in that Trojan War, man? He was a dog.
I'm like, this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
Nobody could hold him.
Except prime Sisyphus.
Now, I know that sounds like glaze, y'all, but I ain't gonna lie, every single person I'm gonna list here is a Sisyphus victim. Now, Achilles, along with the other Greeks, were fighting against Troy. Now, the thing is, Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces, told this dude, Achilles, I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm not gonna give you no type of war prize when you help us. So Achilles was like, oh, word? Told this dude, I ain't gonna lie, twin, I'm not finna fight for you. I'm gonna leave. I'm going back home. Went to sleep the same night for his best friend to get slimed out by Troy. And when he woke up and saw his dead body, he realized something. He's Troy K to my bones decay.
Go get back!
Strapped up in all of his armor, went to the middle of the Troy bases, told them, I ain't gonna lie, send me your best man right now or else we finna get it cracking. They sent out Hector of Troy, which is the one that killed Achilles' best friend. So as you can imagine, Achilles low-key, he put him in a blender. I ain't gonna lie, he gave him an 8-piece, 6-piece, he was whooping him. He took this dude Hector's lifeless body, tied it on his chariot, and rode around the entire city just to horrify everybody. You had no reason to do that. It was, you really could have just said GG, bro. Now, Achilles was unstoppable. I'm not gonna cap to y'all. Like, he was going on a generational run during this Trojan War. He was putting the beats on everybody. But he did have one weak spot, his Achilles heel. It's kind of a lame weak spot, but hey, man. So some like 14-year-old boy named Percy took his bow and arrow during the Trojan War where there was a big fight between everybody. Cocked it back, hit him right in the Achilles heel. He was down for the count. I ain't gonna lie, it was GG's for him. But Achilles, he did go on a crazy run. I'm not gonna cap to y'all. So hey, let's get on to the next one.
Expose him! Expose him!
There was this girl named Medea, okay? She was the princess of Colchis. This woman was genuinely evil. I'm not gonna cap to you. It was justified, but she's evil. Now, she's the granddaughter of the sun god Helios and a sorceress trained by Circe. So she was boosted, I'm not gonna lie. One day, she fell in love with the leader of the Argonauts, Jason. He came to steal the golden fleece. Now, Aphrodite did low-key give him a leg up and had her fall in love with him, but Medea didn't love. She was obsessed with this dude, Jason. She would have given up her entire family for him, and she did. She killed the dragon guarding the golden fleece so Jason could steal it. She killed her own brother and chopped up all of his body parts.
Oh, brother, whoa, now. Boy, let's get money. And I'm playing, I said, watch how you with that truck.
Why she did that, hey man, charge to the game. And ran away from her kingdom, becoming an exile, all for this dude Jason. Hey, Jason got W Riz, man. I don't know what to tell you again. He just got it like that. Chill. She gave up status, homeland, family, all for this dude Jason. So after all that, this dude Jason was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, we gonna have to end this relationship, shawty. Like ASAP, no Rocky. I've been feeling like Future recently. And hey, you're a Leo, I'm a Capricorn. It's not gonna work. But hey, have some fun, you know, like doing whatever exiled princesses do. I'll see you later. I ain't gonna lie. Then he decided to marry another king's daughter named Gloss. This girl Medea crashed out like nobody else. She sent Gloss a wedding dress that was covered in poison, killed her father.
This nigga is trash.
Icing on the cake, she killed Jason's 2 sons for no reason. Those kids didn't do anything. She even tried to off this dude Theseus. Like, we finna cover him later, but well, what's up, bro? What's up, Medea?
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Now Theseus, son of Aegis, the king of Athens. He grew up having people tell him, I ain't gonna lie, twin, you finna be great when you grow up.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
Blaze me. He was Athens' hometown hero. I'm not gonna cap to y'all. When he grew up to his teenage state, man, he saw these bandits. He was getting angry. He was like, what they doing in my city? Took their own traps and killed every single one of them. Like, he did them crazy.
Back up, gang.
This dude Theseus willingly went into Daedalus' labyrinth just to box a minotaur and win. I mean, he fought this minotaur barehanded and put the paws on him, man. He did him crazy. Nah, Theseus, there was something wrong with him. He had to be stopped. I ain't gonna lie. Let's get on to the next one.
I said, better late never, better late never.
Percy Jackson, son of Poseidon. I had to do it. I ain't gonna lie, since he was 12 years old boxing that minotaur, this dude Percy was on go. If you messed with his friends, you was messing with him. He would get heated after any solution. And he didn't care if you were a god or a monster. He would box you, man. If you laid a finger on his girlfriend Annabeth, he would have beat all 12 gods. He's not playing with y'all. He was dead, bruh.
He was dead, bruh. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet.
Something's wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man.
When Percy was 12 years old, the Minotaur got his mom. He got so angry and killed that Minotaur with his bare hands. Right outside of Camp Half-Blood, by the way. A few days after that, he decided to box Ares for God knows why. Took out his sword, put the paws on him too. He walked straight into Hades' domain, told this dude to check up, stop being so weird, and left, man. He wasn't playing with any guy. As soon as he gave this dude Zeus' master bolt back, which got stolen, he told him, I ain't gonna lie, keep my name out your mouth, and left. If I had $1 for every single time Percy threatened the gods, I'd be a rich man. When Annabeth fell into Tartarus, he genuinely dove in there just for the smoke. And when the gods was like, alright, I ain't gonna lie, you're a dog, you a real one, Percy, let me give you godhood, he was like, I ain't want y'all's godhood, look at me, I'm from Camp Hood Blood. Y'all gotta learn, stop playing with me and my name, and that's on Big P. Nah, Percy was the first demigod YN, bro. Like, he was crazy, man. But anyways, let's get on to the next one. Now, Orpheus was the type of man to stand on business. One-man army. Now, Orpheus being the son of Apollo, you know, he was jamming out, you know, making all his music. He fell in love with this girl, and she got killed by a snake biting her.
This nigga is trash.
Yeah, hey man, it happens. This guy got so angry, he was like, you know what, I ain't gonna lie, Hades, we gonna have to run it. He went down to the underworld and told Hades, I ain't gonna lie to you, you finna get my wife back immediately, unless you want me to go Sisyphus on you. Now, Hades heard this, and he was like, okay, you know what, I'll give you your wife, but you gotta hold her hand and walk out of the underworld, and whatever you do, do not look back. Now, Orpheus was like, man, that's simple.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
He was walking with Eurydice, you see, and instead of starting a conversation like a normal person would, this dude was seething. He couldn't stop himself. He had to look back. So eventually, he hit one of these, and then he was genuinely just fried. She whittled away into nothingness. She probably called him an idiot, too.
What are we doing this for, brother?
No regard for others. Hey, man, if that was Dior Good John, I'd do the same thing.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Let's get on to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, what defines a simp? And no, I'm not talking about what you are, Johnson. Sit down, man.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
A simp is somebody that will climb the tallest towers, scale the greatest mountains, pay $5.99 for feet pics, just to show their love for you, and you don't know them. Man, it's basically doing way too much for somebody that you like. But you know who had the greatest simps of all time? Greek mythology, everybody. The way people were simping in Greek mythology was genuinely sticking into my heart, man. They was going crazy. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about the greatest simps in Greek mythology. So I'm gonna like, subscribe, comment, give me the 30K subs, and hey, let's get this started, man. I know y'all see my dreads growing. Chill.
This nigga is trash.
Don't get me dirty.
So we're gonna start off with my boy Pygmalion. Now this dude, I'm not gonna lie, he was a #1 tweaker. There was something wrong in his brain. So one day Pygmalion was thinking, you know, I really want a girl. But how to go about this? He could either A, talk to a woman, B, goon all day, hey mama we made it, or C, sculpt one out of clay and marble. Hey, so that's exactly what he did. He made this beautiful looking woman out of clay and marble, sculpted her, polished her, fixed her hair, changed her hip size, like she was going crazy. He was moving like some of y'all R34 artist gooners, man.
Oh, ho, brother, ho, whoa now.
Even some of the gods were kind of like, who that is? is. And then it got kind of weird. Every single night, this dude Pygmalion would tuck her into bed, kiss her, give her gifts, man, talk to her every day.
Back up, gang.
And you already know his neighbors were like, hey, honey, the neighbor is cracking that marble statue again. He really couldn't stop himself. This statue was so perfect to this man, he decided, you know what? Let me go make some shake. He walked all the way to Aphrodite's temple and said, Aphrodite, I made this clay statue and like, she's bad, bro. Please make her real. I beg of you, gang. Make some shake. So Aphrodite was like, all right, bet. He turned that statue into prime Jessica Alba, and this dude was living. Him and his statue-made girl got married, had kids. He probably had one of the greatest endings in Greek mythology. Not one bad thing happened to him. Mama, you genuinely made it. That's actually a first for the channel, man. But anyways, let's get on to the next one.
Oh my god, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
So there was this girl named Mira. You know those semi-weird Discord e-girls that have like the same accent, are low-key obsessed with Hello Kitty and hop on Roblox all day? She was kind of like one of them. Now originally she was a princess living a perfect life. It was sweet. And then one day became obsessed and wanted to crack her father, King Cinyras.
Huh?
What? Okay. Never in my 18 years, I'm not gonna lie. Now it's a long story, but yeah, Aphrodite was the reason this happened.
This nigga is trash.
He put a curse on her for whatever reason, and now she wants her dad. Mira was thinking, man, nah, that's it. I need my father.
Back up, gang.
So she waited till he was drunk and snuck into his bed for several nights and cracked, while he thought it was just a random girl he was hooking up with. But no, he was going crazy on his own blood. This is despicable work.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
So one night the king brings a lamp to see, you know, who he been hooking up with. You know, he excited, he jolly. Once he realizes it's his daughter, he's like, let's get it started. What? No! So as she runs away, he chases her with the intent to kill her, because I'm not going out like that. The gods intervene and turn her into a tree. But the worst part, she was pregnant. So out of the bark, she gave birth to, and y'all know his name, Adonis. But I think she low-key stabilized being the most down bad person in Greek mythology. You genuinely got it, gang. Lord have mercy on my soul. That's actually a two-part story, because Mira gave birth to the Gojo Satoru when it came to spitting game, Adonis himself.
God damn, get off that nigga dick, bro.
Now Adonis, he really didn't have to do anything. People just found him good looking.
That nigga wasn't talking to me. I'm gonna let that be known right now. He was talking to y'all niggas.
When Aphrodite walked by, she saw baby Adonis and was like, hold on, who that is? Persephone took one good look at him, then she wanted him too. I was like, hold on, ain't he still a baby though?
No racks to show. Already know.
Now once he grew up, they were calling him the finest mortal of all time. Was that glazed? Yes. But was it warranted? Yes.
God damn, get off that nigga dick.
He was genuinely moving like, chill. Hold on. Calm down, everybody. Ladies, please. It was so bad, Zeus genuinely had to step in and be like, y'all, can you please get some water? You are too thirsty. Adonis was dead, a walking fan fiction protagonist from a harem anime, bro. He couldn't be stopped. So they came up with an agreement that Adonis would spend 1/3 of the year with Persephone, 1/3 of the year with Aphrodite, and 1/3 of the year, he's free. Wow, he really got to crack Hades and Ares' wife for the rest of his days, man. That was beautiful. Is what you would think. He loved hunting, okay? And he saw this giant boar. Now, Aphrodite warned him, you're too pretty to die, man. Come on now. And he was like, man, watch out. Let me show you how a real man spears. Now, hey, watch me put belt on this boar, okay? Little did he know that boar was actually Ares, who was mad because his wife was getting cracked by Adonis. That's right. Get a little bit closer. Yeah, stupid. And that's how Adonis got slime, man. But hey, he was on a craze. He was on a generational run. I'm not gonna lie. So hey, let's get on to the next one.
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No,
Whoa,
no.
That is not the shot.
No.
Now I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Apollo probably has the worst game in Greek mythology, man. Son of Zeus for what?
This nigga's legendary? Based on what? What has he done? How long has he been in the game?
So one day he was trash talking Cupid, all right, another god. He was telling him, nah, I ain't gonna lie, you just a stupid baby with a bow. What you think to do about it? So he took that way too personally, hit Apollo one of them fall in love arrows. So then Apollo sees this random girl named Daphne and immediately started chasing her around the forest, trying to brag about how he's a god. Man, he wanted her bad.
What are we doing this for, brother?
Meanwhile, Daphne could not stand this man. She would do anything. She would put it on God that she would rather die than be with this man. So she tells her father, who was the river god, please help me. So he turns her into a tree. So Apollo, instead of moving like a normal god and, you know, minding his business, he was like, think I care that you're a tree now? Let me get at that bark. Who that is? Hey, hold on.
And I'm like, this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
He told this tree person girl that he's gonna love her forever, man. So I ain't gonna lie, Apollo was too deep in, dude. Let's get on to the next one. I'm sorry, but y'all know I had to do it. My glorious goat Odysseus, my favorite member of Greek mythology, was a simp, bro. If we really break this down, after the whole war thing that Odysseus was part of, you know, the 20 years it took for him to get back, he was doing this for one woman. Every island, every monster, he had to watch his men die. He was not living right, bro. He was going through agony and despair and baddies. And by baddies, I mean like he'd be stopped by multiple women that liked him. Like Circe, she turned his men into pigs and seduced him. It worked. He cracked, but he told her, you know, I gotta see my wife, you know, man. After that, Calypso, he kept him there for 7 years. He did crack, I ain't gonna lie. He did like Calypso too.
I just gave you an opportunity of a lifetime, brother.
She offered him immortality, luxury, all that stuff. He was like, hey, I'm sorry, but I picked Clark, man. My wife, I'm waiting for her. Like, I got to get to her, man. I gotta get in them yams. This dude genuinely had to box Poseidon, the god of the sea, in a one-on-one fight to get to his wife, bro. Is this not agonizing? He had to watch Zeus wipe out all of his men and then get to his home on a raft. Even when he got home, he wasn't safe, bro. You know how many suitors he had to kill because they were gonna, you know, do his wife crazy? Like, they was gonna do her crazy. I'm not gonna lie, man. I can't say what they were going to do to her, but just know, nothing good. Like, how many people do you know had to box a Cyclops on their way to see one girl, man? It's ridiculous. But you know, Odysseus, he never gave up. He finally got to them yams, man. That's a lesson for all y'all, all right? If you want to get to the yams, man, you gotta risk your life for it. Have you ever tried to get yams with your life on the line? No, you haven't, right? You have not. Let's get on to the next one.
He's such a mystery. He never talks about his past. It doesn't interest him. He's his own man, no doubt about it, because he's absolutely convinced that he's the most powerful.
It's been years since I seen y'all, man. What's going on? What's happening?
This nigga is trash.
Grandmaster BilaAsan came back again, you know, to give y'all some content, gang. Y'all loved part 1. Y'all loved part 2. And you know what they say, third time's the charm, gangy. First of all, I want to say thank y'all to everybody that watched part 1 of my Greek gods being so easy to rage bait video. Thank y'all for watching part 2, man. I absolutely love y'all again. I have not seen this much traction on my channel forever. It's genuinely beautiful to make content and have people actually like it. But sadly though, this will be the final part of Greek gods being so easy to rage bait. So hey man, but just so y'all when watch this video aren't sad and stuff, man, y'all should know I got some big things coming up for the channel, and this will not be the last y'all hear the Greek gods and the shenanigans that go on in ancient Greece, bro. As always, remember to like, subscribe, comment, give me the 10K sub. Wait, what am I doing? Give me the 20K subs. Sorry, y'all. Wired into my mind. Let's get this video started, man. That's cinema.
Do something! Do something, Rap!
Alright, I'll be honest, okay? Completely honest from my heart. Hades, he never really gave me the rage bait. He was a pretty chill and cool dude. Despite being the god of the underworld of death, hell, and anger, and pain and agony, by the way. He was chill, bro. He was cool as a mint, man. How Aphrodite, Athena, and them were worse than him, I'll never know.
What are we doing this for, brother?
But there was some times that Hades was wilding.
I have been wilding a time or two. I've been known to wild.
Exactly. Now there was this woman called Persephone. Now she was chilling in her garden, you know, la-di-da-di day, you know, picking some flowers, having a great day, being the child of Demeter and everything, the goddess of harvest. And she was also a son of Zeus, because Zeus cracks everything that has a pulse.
Fuck, you digging in me. You digging in me.
Well, you know, one day she was picking flowers in a meadow, you know, she was cool as a mint, man. She was having fun. Tell me why the ground split up, Hades came out of nowhere, snatched her and took her to the underworld. What are we doing? Hades got to be the first person in Greek mythology to do a hit and run with a person. It wasn't even really a hit and run, it was a steal and run. Now Demeter, she was mad about this. She searched the entire world looking for her daughter. So when Demeter found out that Zeus just looked at his brother and was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, sir, you can take my daughter, date her, crack her, have fun, man, go crazy. She was so mad, she made it so all the crops around the world just completely stopped, so everybody had to starve. Now Zeus didn't really care about the humans for real, he didn't care about us, but he did see that humans couldn't give him no more offerings. So it was like, okay, it's looking like a me problem. So he was like, Hermes, I ain't gonna lie, dude, go get Persephone, man, go grab her. Hermes went down, told Hades, I ain't gonna lie, twin, I'm gonna have to take your wife, man, sorry. Now Hades was like, you know what, you can take her, but hey, Persephone, you know, take these little pomegranate seeds that I got right here, you know, just have some, you know. I don't know why Persephone ate those. That's the equivalent of getting your drink spiked at a party, but hey, it's Greek mythology. But it turns out, hey, plot came in and eating those seeds turned her to be bound to the underworld.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
So she couldn't return to the surface at all. So then she had to strike a deal with Hades that she could only be above ground through spring and summer. But autumn and winter, she gotta stay in the underworld, gangy.
I'm not trying to hit it! So like that!
So yes, he did basically steal that woman, but he's Hades and he's chill. So hey, you got it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now there's a lot of moments where Hades is low-key just getting hoed by the world around him, like when all the gods was angry with Sisyphus, prime Sisyphus by the way. So they sent Death to go kill him. Yes, Death. And Sisyphus, like the dog he was, just boxed that thing, chained it up, and that disrupted the whole underworld, bro. That's like turning the AC on to 100,000 in your house. There was no reason for you to do that. Another thing Hades absolutely hated was people that could resurrect themselves or cheat death. Now there was this guy named Asclepius, okay? He was in this small town, you know, he called himself Asclepius the healer, resurrecting the dead, helping people, you know, being a good guy. Now Hades saw this and he was like, what? He can do that?
Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying, me included. I ain't going to jail.
Went up to his big brother Zeus, told this dude, I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to stop him right now. He should not be able to do that. And you already know Zeus was going. Oh, wait, Hades, him right there? Him. That's his daughter? Oh, wait, Hades, him right there with the kids around him? Okay, I gotta, wait. Oh, okay. My fault, little Timmy. Up there, Timmy. You know, this lightning bolt got some friendly fire on it. There you go, Josephine.
I'm with the skates. I'm going from state to state. You go to that state, you might get white. You might pull up Benjamin Franklin, Grants, and Jackson. Watch, stick on my plate. Talk, hit him with a 100 round. Make a nigga split.
Zeus really did have trigger fever when it came to that lightning bolt, bro. He was sliming people for no reason with that. But yeah, Hades for the most part was a really chill guy. So hey, let's get on to the next. You would think Artemis would be a little more level-headed throughout Greek mythology, but no, she would tweak out too, a little bit more than you would think. Now there was a skilled hunter named Actaeon. Now this guy was chilling, all right? He was having a great day. Family's fed, kids are fine. He decided, let me go out and start hunting. So while Actaeon was hunting, you know, he was having a great day. He stumbled upon a forest spring and a woman bathing. He was like, oh my bad, ma'am, let me just get my way on. Sorry, that's my bad. Little did he know that woman was, yeah, you guessed it, Artemis. Now a normal response would be, all right, you know what, that's my bad, you got it. She transformed him into a stag and had his own wolves eat him. What the? Hey, wait a minute.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
There was no reason to do that, bro. It was a common misunderstanding. You were taking a bath in a forest spring in the wide open. Anybody could have seen you, twin. But hey, Artemis, you got it, man. I'm not finna try you.
Back up, gang.
Now this is actually a two-part story, and this low-key I think happened the same. So Artemis and Apollo were in Olympus chilling, you know, eating some chips, watching some godly TV. Now there was this woman named Queen Niobe, you know, the Queen of Thebes. And she was joking around with her friends, you know, her sisters, you know, telling them, oh, you know what's funny? Artemis and Apollo's mother only has 2 kids. I have more kids than her. I have all of y'all. She was basically saying that she was better than Artemis and Apollo's mom because she had more kids than her. Harmless joke, by the way. I don't even think she said that in a bragging tone. But you already know Artemis and Apollo were about to smoke, bro. Hey, Apollo, she talking crazy about our mother with her kids laughing and stuff. With childlike wonder. What you think we finna do about it? Hey, Artemis, why don't we just kill her kids? Huh? That's a great idea, brother of mine. Well, let's kill her kids. And just like that, they slaughtered each and every single one of her kids. And then she cried so much she turned into stone and then died? I don't even know how that happened. Now, if y'all think that's crazy, you finna really realize why Artemis and Athena have been twins and best friendos this whole time. Now, there was this woman named Calypso. She was a follower of Artemis. She loved her, man. That was her heart right there. Artemis. So she took a vow of chastity, okay? Which is basically a no, you can't crack me type of thing. So Zeus saw this and he was like, a woman that doesn't want to sexually reproduce with me? Preposterous. And he disguised himself as his kid and seduced her. What the? This man turned into Apollo and cracked straight buns. What are we doing?
This nigga is trash.
When Artemis saw that Calypso was pregnant, instead of getting angry at her father, what did she do? She banished this girl. And she was gonna kill her later too. But this dude Zeus was like, you know what? I do feel kind of bad. So hey, I'll turn you into a bear. But not just any bear. I'm finna put you in disguise. You're a constellation now. These poor people, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, bro.
Now, Theseus was low-key one of them, alright? He was a genius, so I'll give him that. And he's actually, you know, he's really rare, because his father and mother were actually Zeus and Hera. They had a kid. He got the biological genes straight from Zeus and Hera, man. Now, I don't know what happened, but when he was born, Hera took one look at him and was like, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, you are hideous! And just threw him off Olympus. Yes, she threw him off of Olympus. No reason to do that at all, by the way. This dude Hephaestus was falling for 9 days straight. And when he finally landed in the ocean, he was raised by these 2 sea goddesses that found him. And you know, they taught him how to craft. Like, they taught him how to use that hammer.
This nigga is trash.
When Hephaestus was like, okay, you know what? Now that I know how to build and stuff, I'm gonna get back, okay? Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, F the big three. It's just big me. Let me get back at them.
Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying, me included. I ain't going to jail.
He built this magnificent golden throne for Hera. He was like, you know what, mom? This is for you. As soon as she sat on it, she got trapped. Like, immediately. I don't know how she felt for that. Hey, man, there was hidden chains on it that went in her skin, and she was stuck on that chair for years. Not even Zeus could get her out of it, gang. So every single one of the gods had to beg this dude Hephaestus, bro, please, bro, we was trolling, gang. We was joking. You can come back. And Hephaestus was telling them, y'all know what? Okay, I'll come back. Okay, only if you make me one of the major gods. I want my recognition, then I'll free your girl, Zeus. Just like that, Hephaestus hold the whole council. I don't really know if it's Ragebait or not to throw your son off 90,000 flights of stairs. I ain't gonna lie. More like a revenge story, I guess. The worst part is, I think 3 days after this, Zeus and Hera got in a fight. Hephaestus took his mother's side, and Zeus threw him off Olympus again. What was the point, gang? Then he broke both his godly legs.
This nigga is trash.
This dude had to build some godly armor just so nobody could touch him again after that, gang. Cause when I tell y'all all of Olympus was clowning him, even Hestia was getting on his head, bro. Hestia. Hephaestus low-key was tweaking sometimes. I'm not gonna cap to you, cause this is the second part of this story. So a random sunny day in Olympus, okay, Zeus was telling this dude Hephaestus, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you get no girls at all. Hephaestus wanted to change this, okay, so he was telling this dude Zeus, hey, set me up with Athena, you know, my sister. Zeus was like, all right, man, go for my daughter, gang. Hephaestus went up to this girl Athena, talk about some, nah, you trying to let me crack? I ain't gonna lie. Athena was like, no, I'm not gonna let you crack. Sorry, man, I'm pure. Get over here! Just lunged straight at her, trying to crack. Meat out of pants and everything. So Athena pushed him down and he ejaculated from that. What are we talking about?
Oh my goodness, Valentine! No, whoa, no!
So this dude Hephaestus' fluids fell on the ground and impregnated Zeus's mom. Greek mythology is so freaked out, bro. I don't even know. Let's just get on to the next one, gang.
I just love my dog. Yeah. Nigga, my brother told me.
Prometheus, man. I will be completely honest to y'all. In all of my videos, he's probably gotten done the worst in Greek mythology. He's #1. He really just got pain, agony, doom, and despair put on him for no reason at all. Matter of fact, he was trying to help y'all. So far back in Greek mythology, when humans and the gods split apart, you know, the humans got Earth, the gods got Olympus. So Prometheus was low-key trying to help us a little bit. So we decided to tell Zeus, I ain't gonna lie, man, pick between these two things so the humans can eat. Zeus picked wrong. Prometheus gave us food, and Zeus got so angry, he banned us from being able to use fire. He straight up banned fire from the earth. So while the humans was starving, you know, freezing, it was dark everywhere. Prometheus, he was getting heated. He was like, what the heck, bro? Hey, let the fam eat too, gang. So we snuck fire and gave it to humanity. Zeus saw this and was like, so you finna defy my orders, disrespect me, and sneak fire and give it to the humans? Prometheus was dead sitting there like the actual monkey Ragebait thing, gang. He was just chilling. Okay. Hey, Kratos, Hephaestus, put him on a mountain. Hey, matter of fact, get a crow to eat his liver out every single day. That's right, he chained this dude Prometheus up on a mountain and had an eagle eat out his liver every single day. And since Prometheus was a god, it grew back every single time. Genuinely no point for him to do all that, gang. Just for us to get fire, by the way. Now, between Zeus and Prometheus on who was actually getting rage baited, they was rage baiting each other the whole time. Because this was the most ignorant argument of all time. But anyways, let's just get on to the next one, gang. Now, Dionysus, the only rage bait he's really been getting is because people keep trying him. Every single human has tried this dude Dionysus. And he'll just be chilling too, being the god of wine and all. He just trying to get a small drink. Give him some Hennessy, he's cool. But everybody want to try and get on his bad side, start trying to play with him. And he's not going for that.
And I'm like, this motherfucker don't miss.
There was these group of sailors, you know, one would call them pirates. They kidnapped this dude Dionysus thinking he's a prince. Somebody rich that they could ransom. Now, the captain's crewmates were kind of smart because one of them was like, I ain't gonna lie, I think he might be a god. But the captain was like, are you stupid, bro? This can't be a god. Look at him. So Dionysus was like, all right, you know, I'm sick of this. Oh, word? Transformed every single one of them into dolphins except the one guy that thought he was a god. Destroyed the whole ship, and that was just cookies from there. He could have just left, by the way. He didn't have to do that.
Go get back! Fuck you talking about? Are you dumb?
Now, the same day when Dionysus was going back home, Pentheus, the king of thieves, was talking about this dude Dionysus. Is he really a god for real? What's wrong with him? Like, he lame, his fits, his cheeks. Do we even get girls for real like me? Now, Dionysus, he was like, I was just chilling, but oh, word? Let's make some shake. He drove every single woman in that kingdom crazy and had his mom kill him. You could have just boxed him or something, bro. A friendly fade lasts 30 seconds.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
But that's not even the only king that did that to him, bro. King Lycurgus of Thrace mocked this dude do Dionysus' rituals, and then forced his people to kill him to appease Dionysus, and then cast a spell to make everybody else in the kingdom mad at King Lycurgus and then kill him. Dionysus, bro, what's up, gang? Like, you really, like, he be getting rage baited just for the fun of it, bro. Like, oh my goodness. And the same day again, Dionysus was having a party that night. Invited these women. They was like, nah, we ain't gonna go, I ain't gonna lie. Like, your party's a little bit indecent. You know, we don't drink and everything. Dionysus, he was like, oh, word? I started twitching and everything. Goes over and turns them into bats. Like, why do you keep transforming people into stuff? And or sliming them? For no reason, by the way. But hey, don't get me. Dionysus had the most unjustifiable crash outs of all time. But anyways, let's get on to the next one.
Do something! Do something, Rap!
Now, Nemesis was low-key kind of just a hater. There was this man called Polycrates, okay? He was a really lucky guy. He was a ruler of a kingdom. The ruler of Samos, actually. He was really successful. He was like Bill Gates. War, wealth, fortune, money, women, like he had it all. One of his friends told him, I ain't gonna lie, twin, if you're too lucky all the time, the gods might smite you down. Don't ask me why. So he was like, you know what? You right. Low-key wanted people to listen in Greek mythology. Smart guy, smart guy. He threw his prized emerald ring into the sea. Some fisherman was fishing, caught a fish, and apparently the fish had the emerald ring in it. Then he returned it right back to the king. Now Nemesis watched all this. He was like, isn't that just lucky? Sorry, gang. It had to go. You had to go. Just because this guy was lucky, he didn't do anything. This was the most unreasonable kill of all time. Genuinely no point in that whole entire ordeal. That's gonna be the end of my video, y'all. Thank y'all for watching all of my vids, man. Y'all been giving me so much support for part 1, part 2, part 3 of this little series I've been doing, man. Y'all finna get some more Greek myths, man. Don't worry. It's just not gonna be Ragebait no more. But I am gonna be working on a different project, and let's just say Thor's finna hate to see me coming. So as always, watch my other videos. Enjoy everything in life, guys. And hey, I love y'all, man. Y'all my dog.
For life, I wish that I could still. I wish that I could still. You made me look. You the one.
So you finally finished watching my movie, huh? Man, you watched it all the way through, didn't you? You enjoyed it. You laughed. We all did, okay? How do we end off a BilaAsan movie? Oh, I know how. With this.
Yeah. Yeah, this for all my little ones. Yeah.
I wanna get freaky with you. This for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, this for my fans. You know I show up for them. Yeah. Yeah.
Shamar, you know I'm finna get in that butt. Xavion, you finna catch this nut. Jaden, I'm finna get in them cheeks. Sly, keep that booty nice and neat. Miguel, I'm not playing with you. Yeah, Linksy, you finna get it too. Nah, cause y'all thought we was done though. Nah, we only up from here. Stop playing with us. We 20K up. Yeah, Dior Good John hit my line. Yeah, it's way past time. Yeah, let me get back though to Shamar. Yeah, I can saw them yams from afar. Yeah, that's my homeboy Xavion. Yeah, I'm not playing with them thumbs. You already know it's BilaAsan dreadhead. Yeah, no girl, you can't get no head.
Nah, that's it though. Yeah.
We watching hentai out 2026. Yeah, Gooners for life. Not playing. Yeah. Sub up, get me to 30K. Yeah, it's Big B if you banging.
Yeah. Yeah, this for all my little ones. Yeah.
I wanna get freaky with you. This for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, this for my fans. You know I show up for them. Yeah. Yeah.
Shamar, you know I'm finna get in that butt. Xavion, you finna catch this nut. Jaden, I'm finna get in them cheeks. Sly, keep that booty nice and neat. Miguel, I'm not playing with you. Yeah, Linksy, you finna get it too. Nah, cause y'all thought we was done though. Nah, we only up from here. Stop playing with us. We 20K up. Yeah, Dior Good John hit my line. Yeah, it's way past time. Yeah, let me get back though to Shamar. Yeah, I can saw them yams from afar. Yeah, that's my homeboy Xavion. Yeah, I'm
not playing with them thong. You already know it's Bill and nonchalant dreadhead. Yeah, yeah. No, girl, you can't get no head. Nah, that's it though. Yeah. We watching hentai out 2026. Yeah. Gooners for life. Not playing. Yeah. Nah. Sub up. Get me the 30K. Yeah. It's Big B if you banging.
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine! No, whoa, no! That is not the shot.
With the skates, I'm going from state to state. You go to that state, you might get raped. Got Benjamin Franklin, Grants and Jackson watch stick on my plate. Go, hit him with a 100 round, make a nigga split. Young nigga trapping on the block, selling nicks. I fly with a fish, I fly with a fish, I fly with a fish. I fly with a fish, I fly with a fish, I fly with a fish. Hit him with a 100 round, make a nigga.